Hi, John Maxwell here. On July 4th, my father passed away. And what I'm going to do is share with you a tribute to my dad. And it's the lessons that he taught me. He lived for 98 years and 8 months. Another thing Dad taught me was to give God the credit. What he taught me well was the fact that that God is the source. And he taught all of us as children that every good and perfect gift comes from God. And so that you have to understand that I'm not the source. God is the source. This is a total different mindset. And the moment that I understand that, I now realize that he gets all the credit. This principle was taught to me greatly by my father and then by my mentor, Fred Smith, who one day when I was 34, 35, I was pastoring, had the 10th largest church in America, just a kid. And so he spent the weekend with me, and we had Sunday lunch after all the services were over. And he sat down with me at the Brigantine Restaurant in La Mesa, California. And he said, John, I want to talk to you about your gifts, the gifts God has given you. And he said, this is a life-changing lesson. And he taught me the fact that the gifts that God has given me are greater than me. He said, first of all, they're not yours, they're his. They're called gifts. You didn't earn them, don't deserve them. God in his care for you, in his purpose for you, gave you those gifts. He gave them to you. You don't deserve them, you didn't earn them. And by the way, if he wanted to, he could take them away from you. They are gifts. That's why they call them gifts. And he shared with me that since that they are gifts, I was like my dad taught me so I was to steward them and manage them well. And that's how I would multiply my gifts, by stewarding them and managing them well. And then he said, John, when people come to you, and they will, and they'll tell you you're amazing because you are amazing because you have these gifts. He said, I want you to understand you're not amazing. It's your gifts that are amazing. They don't realize it. They're complimenting you because they don't separate you from the gifts, but they should. Because he said, I know you, and you're not that good. And so they see the gift activated in your life, and they think, oh, you're amazing. He said, John, you're not amazing. In fact, he said, you're one step from stupid. I'm one step from stupid. We're all one step from stupid. He said, it's your gifts that are amazing. So he said, when people compliment you, realize what they're really doing is they're complimenting God. They're seeing God work in you through the strengths and the gifts that you have. And so he said, when they compliment you, pass it on to him. Don't try to hold it. Don't try to say, oh, yeah, I guess I am amazing. No, don't do that. What you keep, you lose. So just pass it on. And even to this day, when I speak and I'm done and thousands of people have heard me and they're on their feet giving me a standing ovation as I wave to the crowd and go off the stage, I look at God and say, they're applauding you. They're not applauding me. I just happen to activate the gift that you gave me. You just always understand he's the source. Here's what I want you to know. If you know he's the source, you'll always give him the credit. The moment you get confused and think it all begins with you, you'll start wanting credit for yourself, and that just causes all kind of leadership train wrecks. Give God the credit.